you see when you look in the mirror? I tell you, the older I get, the less I recognize the old man that's staring back at me. The tools we've been talking about on this channel can function like a mirror to help us see what it looks like to be on the other side of us. We're looking to see if we've got anything stuck in our teeth, metaphorically speaking, and then we want to do something about it. As Michael Jackson said, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's get into it. Welcome to Leadership on the Run. We all know someone who fits into one of these categories. There's the lazy boss who does just enough to get by. They never really seem to advocate for you and really don't want to be bothered. Then there's the hard driving boss who demands high output, long hours, no downtime, and probably doesn't know your name. Then there's the best friend boss who's a pleasure to work for until they're not. All of these people fit onto a grid we call the support challenge matrix. Along the horizontal axis, we have low challenge and high challenge. And on the vertical axis, we have low support and high support. And we can see that lazy boss lives in that abdicate quadrant, low support, low challenge. They live in a culture of low expectations and apathy. Our hard driving boss, he lives in that dominate quadrant. They create a culture of fear and manipulation. High challenge, low support. And then there's the best friend boss who lives in the protect quadrant. High support, low challenge. And that seems pretty good, but that party doesn't really last. And so you end up with a culture of mistrust and entitlement, where we want to be as a leader, and the kinds of leaders we want to follow live in that liberate quadrant. These people have figured out how to calibrate support and challenge. But here's the thing, nobody is naturally good at both. Based on our personality, we're going to either default to support or to challenge. And we have to be intentional about the other. We also want to work on consistency. It's possible for us to dominate in the morning, support or protect in the afternoon, and abdicate when we get home. Or maybe it's dependent on the person. You might protect one, liberate another, and dominate a third. Last week we talked about the 5 voices assessment. It's a personality type assessment. And when we think about the voices, certain ones are more comfortable with support, while others are more comfortable with challenge. For the voices, it's the nurturers and the connectors and the creative connectors who process things in light of people and values. And so they're naturally going to be more comfortable with support. The guardians, the pioneers, and the creative pioneers are going to be more comfortable with challenge. See if that holds true for you when you take the 5 voices assessment. But whether you take it or not, the truth of the matter is that we have to work and be intentional at one or the other in order to liberate the people we love and lead. How do we know what support or challenge even looks like to our people? Well, ask them. It could be as simple as a good morning greeting before asking for a progress report on the project. You won't know until you ask. The 100 challenge for this week is to look into the mirror of the support challenge matrix and see where you are. Are you an abdicator, a dominator, a protector, or a liberator? Plot yourself on the grid. Put a dot where you think you are in regard to your family or your team. You might even put a dot of where you think you are in leading yourself. Then for those of you who want to grow, ask your family or your team to plot you. It's an eye-opening experience. Then go to work at becoming a liberator. The X challenge for this week, and the X is for multiply, is to teach this tool to someone else. Maybe a friend, family member, or your team. Lead them to plot themselves on the grid as to where they see themselves. And then challenge them to solicit feedback from people who are close to them. Generally, when we're confronted with a simple tool like this, if we're honest, there's work to be done. And we all have work to do. It takes intentionality to become a liberator. Let me know in the comments below some of your thoughts and insights from this week's leadership tool so that we can sharpen each other. For those of you who have come along for the run this morning, we're finally starting to have some more consistent, cooler weather for the early morning runs here in Pensacola, Florida. I'm in week 6 of a marathon training plan for an event coming up in December. And all of that work in the hot summer months seems to be paying off in this cooler weather. Think about the support challenge matrix in terms of your training or your running. You might think about rest days as the support and your running days as the challenge. Or maybe you think about the easy days as the support, and maybe intervals and tempo runs as the challenge. Or if you're a run-walk athlete, you might think of the walk portion as support and the run portion as your challenge. Whatever that looks like, it's just like in our leadership. We've got to learn how to calibrate, support, and challenge in our training. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And let us know how your training is going. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for making it to the end. And I'll see you next time. Until then, keep moving. And don't forget, no one gets better by accident. Great leaders are intentional.